Hello everybody, this is saraperrypsychic and this is my daily vlog. Welcome any newcomers and hello to all my regulars. If you would like to share and subscribe and you haven't already done so, please do so, as it does help the channel expand. And tell everybody, come let them join us daily. So today guys, I want to talk about belief. Now, we can all say we believe this, we believe that, but do you really believe it inside? Do you? It's like when somebody says, do you believe this person loves you? And the other person says, well, of course I believe they love me. But they're not doing what I say. I know they're behaving badly. I know they're not calling me right now, but I do believe they'll come through. I do believe they're going to choose me over the other person. So my question is, why are you still there? Why are you still hanging around? Why are you still waiting for? Well, what are you still waiting for? And the question normally is, well, because I believe if I wait, they'll come round. Well, actually, if you really believe somebody loves you and wants to be with you, then it doesn't matter where you are because they're going to do it anyway. This is what I want you to really ask yourself about your beliefs. Sorry, that's my dog having a little bark there. So sorry. If you really truly believe something and you are 100% behind it in your soul, then it really doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how much effort you put in. It doesn't matter if you do nothing. It doesn't matter if you leave it. It doesn't matter if you shut the door. It doesn't matter if you open a door. It will happen because it is so strong. You know it. It's stronger than a belief. This is a really important time for manifesting. Although we're in a retrograde, it's actually what I call a quiet time. It's like a time out where we can just stand back, detach a little bit more and take time to observe. So I'm asking everybody to consider really looking at these areas where you believe that wholeheartedly in something. What are you actually doing that supports that belief? Or are you actually a non-supporter of that belief deep down? Just leave that one with you just for a little longer. But when I talk about manifesting, and this is a great time to do so, if you put something out there, a wish, if you don't really believe it's going to happen, it isn't going to manifest. When we think of something really negative, the worst that could happen, when we're really frightened because we allow fear to take over so much because it's connected to our emotional side, it's easier to believe in a negative. It's easier to be fearful because then we're prepared, right? So we're protecting ourselves. So to get completely behind a manifestation, one must completely believe it. And so when we manifest and when we put something out there, yes, we can feel it, we can enter into the situation, we visualize it, we magnify it in that way. But then it's really important to let it go, because if you hold on to it too long, you might start dissecting it and questioning it. Okay, so it's like when, I don't know if any of you have experienced when you just say, I want that, and you just, it just happens. It's because the full force of your belief is behind it. But when you really believe something, it takes little effort. There isn't any conscious thinking because it goes so deep down inside you that, again, it really doesn't matter. And this is what I say to people: if you care less, you're more likely to have something happen. When you care too much and you hold on to something too much, you're holding it tight, you're restricting it. You can love someone too much. And that isn't judging anyone for loving somebody from their heart and doing everything for their whole life and, supporting somebody till the end of the earth. That's a wonderful thing to do. But in doing so, how much are you giving back to yourself? And are you only doing that because you feel you have to hold on, because you have to fix it? If you let go, they will let go. How many things in your life are you, or people or situations, do you do this? Have a think about it right now. So often, it happens and we don't even realise it. But, when you're at home and you're cleaning things up, if somebody's always, your partner's always making excuses, justifying why they're not doing this, they're not doing that, and then somebody from outside asks you and you say, oh yeah, but, they're really trying hard, but, but they can't do this because of that. And we just create all these justifications to avoid the reality, and to actually cover up the fact that we don't really believe and we're just holding it together. So This next 2 months up until mid-January, this is a quiet time. This is a time that you can really start considering all these things, where you're going, and start creating the change. And it doesn't have to be very fast. You can just start building these blocks just slowly, slowly, slowly. There's going to be a lot of past influences coming in to show you. I've got like up to 10 situations for some people where, you're one day you're going about your general, whatever you do, working, shopping, cleaning, and along the way, you have these connections, maybe on social media, someone calls you, you walk down the road and you meet somebody, or you hear about someone through somebody else, or you see a poster maybe, or something written which is linked to the past. And all of these are there to show you where your belief is. And I want you to really, really be aware of that today. Or I'm asking you to. You don't have to. You could just say, oh, whatever. I know what I believe. And that's fair enough. But it's really kind of when we say put your money where your mouth is. It's like invest in what you say. Really actually do what you say. If you really believe something, if you believe a soulmate is yours and they connected you on such a deep level, then what does it matter where you are? What does it matter if they go off with someone else or if you go somewhere else? Because they're going to come back to you because you're so connected. How would you not know how they feel about you? Why would you ask the question, why isn't this person doing that? Well, if you're that connected, you should be able to connect with them, right? Then you're linked. So what are you afraid of? And that's the biggest question. What are you afraid of? There may be sudden dips today. There may be something that takes you down that hole. You go, whoa, you think, oh my goodness, I've just realised that one. But I do see potential for moving forward, especially around relationships, opportunities. And I've got soul links here where doors can start opening, where you can finally meet that person. But to do that, you have to believe it. I have so many people who I read for, and I get the question a lot, do you still believe it? Do you still see me meeting a soulmate? Well, if I've said it in a reading and I believe it, why would it change? Okay, some things we see are possibilities and it's what you do, but then I always back that up. I will always back the theory up of if you do this, this will happen. If you don't do this, this is how long it will take. But if it's destined, then there's no point even asking because it's going to be destined anyway, right? So somebody up there is going to sort it out. So do you believe that? Do you believe the universe has got your back? Do you believe that when everything falls apart and you lose your job and you're worried about paying the bills, that actually, the universe will provide? So many people say that. They say, I know the universe will provide, but they won't leave a negative thing or something that's causing them harm because they're afraid of not having the provision. They're afraid of not having the security. But if the universe provides, and surely you believe it, then what does it matter? What does it matter what you do? Care less, guys. Care less. Let go of the hold. This is time to cut the strings, the puppeteer strings, the things that are manipulating you, the stuff on social media, the stuff on the news, the stuff that other people say, all those influences of fear that are being projected all the time. It's time to let go of all of that and trust completely. This is a point of new direction. This is time to change direction. So take control of that and really consider what your beliefs are, and do you actually follow those beliefs through, or do you just say them over and over again and then justify why something isn't working just so it works in your favour? I hope this has helped you today, this chat. If you want a private reading, you want some therapy, you want just a chat, do leave a comment below or get in touch with me via my website, www.saraperry.me. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.